Welcome to Montessori Education.
Montessori English Medium School. Admissionlu jaruguchunnami. Montessori English Medium School. Burripalam Road, Tenali. Phone 08644 227 115.
Welcome to 10th class English 8th video. When we ended up with 7th video, we have discussed some great personalities like Walt Disney and Thomas Alva Edison, and we heard this differently abled person. What is the vocabulary usually people use? Physically handicapped, but now it's very painful to address someone physically disabled. Instead we call them what? Differently abled. This differently abled Thomas Alva Edison was sent away from school with a note the teacher wrote. What was the note? That your Tommy is too stupid to learn. What would your parents think if your principal or teacher send a note like that? They feel happy? Not at all. Within their heart they are hurt. They are hurt. So naturally, Tommy's mummy also might have been hurt a bit, but she was not discouraged. She told herself that she would teach her Tommy herself. And this boy got only 3 months of formal schooling. What is formal schooling? Regularly going by auto or rickshaw or school bus, carrying heavy bags, sitting in the classroom, 8 hours, coming home, doing a lot of assignments, formal schooling. This boy had only 3 months remaining in the whole life. He was educated at home by his mummy, his mother. And another person, today we see Henry Ford. Who is Henry Ford? Okay, Ford cars you might have heard, right? The maker of Ford car. When he made his first car, Ford car, there was no reverse gear. If at all he wanted to make a turn, he had to go all the way around, beating around the bush, we know. So he has to go all the way and come back here because there is no reverse gear. And this man, if he had taken that failure as a discouragement, what would have happened? There would not have been any Ford car today, right? So, do you consider all these persons, not these two people, all these persons whom we came across in this chapter, like Abraham Lincoln, Lee Forrest, Wright brothers, Walt Disney, Colonel Sanders, and Thomas Alva Edison, Henry Ford, all these people, do you consider them failures? Yes. They succeeded in spite of problems, not in the absence of them. They have succeeded not because they had all facilities, whatever they touched became gold. No. They had n number of failures in their life. But to the outside world, it appears as though they just got lucky. That's what we have seen in the beginning of the lesson. Many people, they don't see the failures. They say that, yes, this person succeeded because he was at the right time, at the right place, or he was lucky there. This is not a lottery for him to be lucky. This is all hard work. As some great people say that success is 99% perspiration, 1% maybe luck. So all these people became successful not because they were lucky, it is all they were able to overcome their failures, problems, and work on it. All success stories are stories of great failures, right? The only difference is that every time they failed, they bounced back. What is bouncing back? When you throw a rubber ball, what happens? It bounces up. This is called failing forward. Please understand the term failing forward. What is failing forward? Whenever you fail, you bounce back. Not like a cork ball. You know, many of you play cricket. What is the special difference between a cork ball and rubber ball? Cork ball, when it is thrown, it lays where it is fallen. Whereas a rubber ball, it bounces back. So this bouncing back is called failing forward. Every time when you fail, instead of going back, you forward rather than backward. You learn and move forward. Learn from your failure and keep moving. What is failing forward means? Learn from your failure and keep moving. Going forward and going forward. In 1914, again we come back to Thomas Alva Edison, this partially deaf, differently abled boy who was thrown out of the school, who had only 3 months of formal education. This Thomas Alva Edison at the age of 40. In the year 1940, what was his age? He was almost 67. Almost 67, lost his factory, which was worth a few $1 million. My goodness. So in the year 1914, when this old man at the age of 67, he lost his factory, which was almost a few $1 million. Everything on fire. It had very little insurance. Nowadays, for everything there is insurance. If insurance is there, we can make any accidents and we get all the amount from the insurance company. But this man, at the age of 67, when he lost his factory on fire, he had very little means very nominal amount of insurance. No longer a young man, Edison watched his lifetime effort go up in smoke and said, there is great value in disaster. So at the age of 67, he is no more young. If he had been young, he could think, okay, I can restart again another factory. But at the age of 67, he is almost finished. But in spite of that age, when he saw his factory going on smoke, when everything is in disaster, he said one thing. You know what did he say? There is great value in disaster. Who can say that? Crazy people say that. When everything is lost, simply folding the hands and laughing at things and say, yes, great value in disaster. What value do we learn from disaster? See what happens to Thomas Alva Edison? All our mistakes are burned up. Thank God we can start anew. Not start anew. He said, start anew. This word is together. Anew means newly. So, here, when everything is burned up, already old man, not even young, he simply laughed at the disaster and said, yes, great value in great disaster, because all my mistakes are burned up. Now I am fresh again. I can start anew. And he started. And what was it? In spite of this disaster, 3 weeks later, not 3 years, not 30 years, just 3 weeks later, he invented the phonograph. What did he invent? Phonograph. What is phonograph? Phonograph. Phone means what? Sound. When you speak things, that will be written. Phonograph. Nowadays phonograph machines are used only where? In ECG and all. Heartbeat is recorded, right? So this phonograph was invented in 1914 after his old factory was burned up when he was 67 years old. See the attitude? Had it been in our case, we would have been totally a disaster. Completely collapsed. We would have been admitted in the hospital because, oh my goodness, whatever I gained, whatever I achieved, whatever I made in my life, lost. So I am meaningless. I wouldn't continue living. I'll commit suicide. Many people, when they fail in one exam, cut the veins, commit suicide, jump in front of the train, hang from the fan. In the colleges we see so many children when they are not able to cope with their education marks, when the parents make a phone call and say, daughter, son, why have you got less mark? They are unable to answer and they tell answer in this way. In what way? They take the extreme step. The great dancer, actor, Hindi actor committed suicide. In Telugu industry we have seen cine actors commit suicide. So many people we have seen. The university PhD student committed suicide because they think that one failure, one discouragement, one negative remark is the end of life at all, they think. But here, at the age of 67, old man, not even young, he said, great lesson in disaster. All my mistakes are burned up. Now I can start anew. And he invented phonograph in 3 weeks' time. That's the attitude. Attitude is altitude. We started this unit with the first A reading. Attitude is altitude. Nick Vujicic. Here, Thomas Alva Edison's attitude. Below are more examples of the failures of successful people. We come across a few great people. Thomas Edison failed approximately 10,000 times. This same Thomas Alva Edison, before inventing the bulb, how many times he failed? 10,000 times. Madam, we once or twice or thrice drop the thing and say, oh, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. To me, it is not suitable for me. I'm not fit to do this. We just drop it. But Thomas Alva Edison, 10,000 times. Factory born at the age of 67, new invention, phonograph. Bulb, after failing how many times? 10,000 times. Henry Ford was broke at the age of 40. At the age of 40, the same Henry Ford, who the man made Ford car, he broke down at the age of 40. Lee Coca was fired by Henry Ford too. Another Henry Ford at the age of 54. Lee Coca was his supporter. He was fired. He was sent out of this job. Beethoven, famous musician, was told that he had no talent for music, but he gave some of the best music to the world. Beethoven, when he wrote his, when he made his music and all, people criticized that he has no talent at all. But he made wonderful music. You know the famous Harry Potter series, movies you watch, stories you read. The writer, she was actually rejected many a times, refused to publish her stories. It's a big story, I'll tell you later in one of the classes how she became world famous and Harry Potter story was born. Setbacks are inevitable in life. Setbacks are inevitable in life. Setbacks means failures, discouragement. Setbacks are inevitable. Inevitable means unavoidable. Setbacks are inevitable in life. A setback can act as a driving force and also teach us humility. In grief, you will find courage and faith to overcome the setback. We need to learn to become victors, not victims. Fear and doubt short circuit. How do you read this one? Circuit, not circuit. Circuit the mind. Setbacks are inevitable in life. A setback can act as a driving force to teach us humility. In grief, in sorrows, we learn, we will get courage, we'll get faith to overcome the setback. We need to learn to become victors, not victims. Victors means, who victors? Successful people, not the victims of any failures. Fear and doubt, short circuit. How do you read this word? Short circuit, not circuit. Fear and doubt, short circuit the mind. So whenever there is fear, for example, when you sit for the exam and you see some tough question, suddenly you are afraid of. Your mind is disturbed. Short circuit the mind. So before we wind up today's class, today's video, let me give you one or two more vocabulary for it. So you got purpose. So one is, use this word inevitable. Identify the parts of speech. Whenever the word is ending in AVLE, it is, how do you read this word? Adjective. No. D is silent. You have to read adjective. This is an adjective. Using this adjective inevitable, we can refer to dictionary as well. Using this, using dictionary, use this word 2 times as an example. Use in your own sentence and send to my personal WhatsApp number. And what is the purpose of setbacks in life? Answer me this question as well. What is the purpose of setbacks. Thank you.